Hi everyone. Let's see. How's everyone feeling? Happy Scorpio full moon. And thank you all for being here. I pushed it back an hour because I don't know, at 5 o'clock I would have felt like I was really rushing and I didn't want to do something if I felt like I was rushing to it. So I pushed it back an hour, but I'm glad y'all are here. And I'm burning some Palo Santo. And I have before I just went live right now, I was looking up the chart for today for the full moon. Um, and I also pulled up the chart for 6 months from now when we have the Scorpio new moon, and then when we also have the Taurus full moon 6 months from now at the end of this year. And it's such an interesting time. It's really such an interesting time. And I say interesting for lack of better words because this Scorpio full moon, it's right at the end. It's very much so right at the end of this Taurus. It's like 27 degrees. If you think of 27, that's 9. And 9 is the very end. Like the very end before a final ending. It's the strongest single number. It's debatable. People say number 1 is the strongest, but really 9 is strong. And we're right here at the end of Taurus season, and I feel like the seeds now that are being planted are coming from such a deep space. The wishes that we all have now are coming from a very deep space. And the transformation that's happening now over the next 6 months is deep transformation. And another thing I wanted to mention is that by June this year, we're going to start to have more planets in retrograde, whereas 6 months from now, we're not going to be in a lot of retrogrades like that anymore. A lot of planets are going to be direct, and we're almost in this time right now where Taurus season is harvest season. Taurus season is when everything is most ripe. It's when the soil is the richest. It's when everything is prepared. Everything is ready to do what you will with it. Like Taurus season is the best season for rituals. It's the best season for starting projects. It's the best, it's the best time for this right now. And I love that we're having this big full Scorpio full moon because in a way I feel like we're releasing this dark cloud. And a lot of you have already been releasing this. A lot of you have already been feeling like, a lot of you, ever even since the Taurus new moon, you feel like there's a different energy, a different life, a different you is emerging. But I feel like this Scorpio full moon is saying, it's almost like we're saying bye to a lot of fears, a lot of things that you may have been paranoid about 6 months ago. I bet you aren't now. And a lot of things that you were worried about 6 months ago, I bet you aren't now. Last year when it was Scorpio season at around November time, and we had the Taurus full moon, whereas we're 6 months now into this year, there has already been so much. People have been destroying their fears. People have been really truly standing up and vibrating in such a more pure and brave space. And it's like this full moon, I feel, is this final release of emotional blockage, because I feel like a lot of people now, the things that you want, you have to be coming from a space where your inner world is rich and your inner world is ready for fresh soil and seeds and moist. And I'm seeing it as like a lot of you right now could feel this way, or you want to feel this way. It's like, early in the morning when the grass is still wet and everything is still wet. And it's kind of that feeling of I'm imagining in my head right now, and I'm literally seeing it as myself. But I'm seeing someone out early in the morning, like before sunrise, when everything is very wet, and I'm seeing them barefoot, and I'm seeing them standing there and having their feet wet and dirty, like the soil is in between their toes, you know, and they're just standing there and they're just breathing in life, and they're breathing in power and strength, and it's almost that feeling where it's almost like that moment, those moments before the sun rises is even more beautiful than when the sun actually rises, because it's there's that calm feeling of being grounded and having your feet really on the ground and being really ready for what's going to come next, because a lot of people right now, you could feel that you don't know what's going to come next. Like you have no idea what's going to come next, but I'm sure majority of you are very excited and ready for whatever is going to come next. And it's almost that moment, what is that? Dawn? Is that dawn? That time right before the morning, the sunrise? This is that type of energy, this full moon, where later tonight the moon is going to go into Sagittarius. All day tomorrow the moon is going to be in Sagittarius. It's going to be starting to square Neptune. And we're going to go into next week with the moon in Capricorn, where, like I was telling myself today, and this will apply to any of you, if any of you are thinking about cutting your hair, or if you're thinking about doing something as far as anything to do with cutting or releasing, it's even better to do it when the moon is in Capricorn. After this full moon phase dies down a little bit and we go through the realizations through the Sagittarius moon, the Capricorn moon is going to be the solidifying factor in this full moon, where, like me, I was thinking of getting my hair cut, and I was like, no, I'm going to wait until the moon is in Capricorn, because that's when things will be official. And that's where a lot of you are going to realize that by next week, when the moon is in Capricorn and it's going over Saturn and Pluto retrograde, it is going to be this feeling of like, wow, I'm really in a different world, or wow, the world around me is really changing, or it's this feeling of foundations and structures, a lot of them, like I feel like in the conscious community and the spiritual community, for at least the past year and even longer than that, we've all been really obsessed with the idea of releasing what doesn't serve us, right? Like everybody talks about this. Everybody talks about releasing what doesn't serve, and everybody's been obsessed with this. And I think that a lot of people haven't even realized how much they have let go that wasn't serving them. And I think that even a lot of people right now have this fear that they still need to let things go. But I guarantee you, a lot of you have unconsciously and subconsciously let go of a lot of this shit that has not been serving you. And the fear of that, are you doing something wrong? Is there more to let go of? Do you need to prepare for something else that's going to happen? And a lot of that, this Scorpio full moon is what's pulling that out. Like, a lot of that is finally pulling out now, where you can settle in. You can settle in, you know, you can put your feet on the ground, you know, you can wake up a little bit earlier before the sun rises to take that in. It's this feeling of, it can be calm, and it can be beautiful, and you can expect great things, and you can feel like things are going to work out. And that doesn't mean that there's going to be a monster under your bed. You know, that doesn't mean that just because maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, years and years ago, you know, we can think back to even when Jupiter was in Scorpio, also Saturn was in Scorpio. We can go back through the Scorpio cycle for so long, you know what I mean? Thank you. Is it W-O or the woe? Thank you. I like to be more intimate too. And I like how my mirror is right here. I think that that's cool. I didn't intend for that. Christy said it's time to settle. We've been bossing up. Yeah, and I think that a lot of people are really exhausted. I think that so many people are so tired. And I think it's like a tired though of feeling tired of preparing that something might go wrong. You know, it takes the same amount of energy to prepare for something to go wrong than to prepare that it's going to go right. Same amount of energy is going into preparation for that. So I think that a lot of people have been tired because it's this subconscious lingering feeling of that, is it going to get worse? You know, is something bad going to happen? Or it and God, don't look at the world, right? Like, don't go on the internet. Like, don't. If you even go on the internet for 5 seconds, you're gonna find a million reasons. Okay. If you look to the world, you know it's draining as fuck. Like we're in a draining ass fucking matrix right now, and I think that a lot of people who really truly deserve peace, who really truly are in a space where you deserve the peace that you are feeling. You deserve to receive it and accept it as your own. Like a lot of people right now, this is what this Scorpio full moon is about. And you know, I feel like Scorpio moon in general, like even people that have this moon and the Scorpio moon energy, it's really about, if something is gonna hurt, if it's gonna hurt, I'll kill it before it kills me. You know what I mean? It's like the Scorpio energy is like, before you sting me, I'm gonna see what you're doing and sting you first. I'm gonna protect myself by hurting you first, which is why Scorpio can be the sadistic energy, but at the same time, there is a method in that. There is a method where I think a lot of people right now are like stinging certain like behaviors that come up for you, and these unconscious like autopilot things that you've always done. It's almost like it's time to start stinging those before they keep having power over you. And it's almost this feeling of like seeing certain triggers or seeing certain parts of your behavior coming up that are gonna sting you. It's like seeing that before it happens, and then you sting it yourself. And it's almost like this self-inflicted feeling. But that's why a Scorpio moon can be so strong inside. They can be so strong in their heart, even though there's a lot of weakness in it. Like the moon falls in Scorpio because if you're always emotionally focusing on your pain, or whether you might feel pain, then you're putting yourself in a vibration of pain. So right now, a lot of people could feel like they're very aware of certain things. But I really feel that this is a full moon for allowing yourself to have peace and allowing yourself to really trust that you're building a beautiful world for yourself, and you're becoming a more and more beautiful person, that everything is really truly falling into place, that all the seeds that are going to be planted are being planted right now as we speak, that things are growing, and they're growing beautifully, and that, you know, anytime you have a beautiful garden, there will be weeds there. There will be, you know, there is going to be bugs that come and eat eat the leaves, and there's going to always be some form of challenge. But I really feel like a lot of people right now, the biggest challenge of this full moon is to not give power to your fears, and to give more power to love, and give more power to what you do believe in and what you do want to build, and who you know you're becoming, because you have already been becoming this person. You have already been making decisions. You have already been doing certain things and changing certain things to get to where you are right now. You know what I mean? And I need blessings in my peace. Yes, like, and the thing is that I think that with Taurus right now, we have a stellium in Taurus. You know, the Mercury is with the sun too, and it's this feeling of like, can you choose to have empowering thoughts? Can you choose to richen your mind? I feel like Mercury in Taurus is about thinking for the greatest way, like thinking very valuable, very highly, having the greatest thoughts. Like Mercury in Taurus is thinking about what serves them best. More than a lot of people, they're thinking about that. They're thinking about what is good for them. They're thinking about how can they make this matter more? How can they make this richer? They have a lot of thoughts about manifestation and how they can make more money and how they can make their lives better. They think about empowering things. And I feel like right now, with the Mercury on the sun opposing the moon, it's like we're having to almost choose ourselves and choose our mind rather than our fears or our past. because water is associated with the past. If you got all of your experiences and you poured them into a cup, right? You wouldn't know which really are which. They would all sort of come as one. That's water, which is why water doesn't necessarily know whether it's in the present, the past, or the future sometimes, because it all sort of blends. And I feel like this is why Mercury is opposing this moon in Taurus in an empowered Mercury sign. And it's like, because we have to really right now choose to think abundantly. Like, we have to think abundantly. Even if we're experiencing some type of, Scorpio energy, even if we're experiencing some type of fears, we need to talk ourselves through it. We really need to ask ourselves, why do I feel this way? Why am I choosing fear? Like, why it's like the Mercury is really showing the moon, like, hey, don't go too dark down there. Like, don't pull yourself down a rabbit hole if you can stay out on the grass and party with everyone else. Like, don't pull yourself in a direction that's not making real practical sense, because then it's just self-torture, and then it's just self-manipulation and self-deception, and then it's just dragging yourself down. Where right now it's like, we can choose abundance. We can choose to only focus on the emotions that are serving us, and we can even choose to see the wisdom in the bad ones and let them go. It's all about choosing it now. It's choosing the abundance. It's about choosing what you manifest. I feel like for at least, honestly, I would say at least the past 2.5 years, there has been a lot of deep, dark soul searching for a lot of people. Like, I feel like deep down soul work, it has been for a lot of people. A lot of people have gone through really dark experiences the past 2 even to 5 years. And I think that we're getting out of this zone. It's like we're getting out of some type of twilight zone where for so long, so many people have been feeling like they're not that they're doomed, but that there has been so much emotional weight to carry. There has been so much density, and there has been so much fear, and there has been so much, resentment and regret. Like, there has been a lot of dark emotions in the collective for some time, already. And it's almost like now we have to step into our own lives, and we have to realize that despite what our lives have been, or who we have been, or even how the world is right now in its state, it's not our life. It's not, we choose our reality. We choose how we perceive our reality. We choose how we create our reality. And even when there are experiences that we didn't see coming, and even when there are negative experiences, we choose how we move on from that. We always choose. And I think going into Gemini season now, next week, is gonna have everything to do with choice. Everything to do with choice. Because now it's like, in Gemini season, everybody's gonna wanna be talking and expressing. Everyone's gonna be in a space of thinking, learning new things, taking on new tasks, Gemini season is where there's new mental stimulation, there's new truths, there's new questions, there's new curiosity, there's new things to learn, there's busy work. It's going to be a new shift of energy. So I think that we have this Scorpio full moon to really savor right now, savor the earth energy. I think that if any of you, if you can, before the sun moves into Gemini next week, definitely take some time to ground, definitely take some time to go outside and just connect. You know what I mean? Try to go somewhere with a pretty view if you can find one, and just kind of like ground yourself. Use the Taurus energy, because once we go from Taurus into Gemini, it's like we go from our feet buried in the ground to now we're at a God speed. Now we're just zooming now into around a new reality. Everything starts to speed up. And yeah, everything really is going to start to speed up. So this is why you need to release the blockages. This is why, because if you have a lot of darkness and blockages within you right now, while we're going into Gemini season, you're going to be like a tornado. you're gonna be in all the air, and it's gonna be rain, and it's gonna be darkness, and it's gonna be shadows, and it's like you have to remove. That's why we always will have a Scorpio full moon before we go into Gemini season, because that's the full moon in Taurus. You have to remove the darkness and the blockages if you want to go into Gemini season with the clear thoughts and the clear movement, and actually be able to manifest new things and new information. Because if you're still holding on to certain things inside, you're going to carry that with you and become a thunderstorm, and you're going to become a tornado. And this is why there's a lot of madness that happens in Gemini season. You see a lot of people fall out. You see a lot of people argue and say things that they shouldn't say. You see a lot of drama. And this is because a lot of those people in Taurus season didn't ground themselves, didn't release a lot of stuff inside, you know what I mean? And still have this emotion brewing within. And it's like, this is the Scorpio full moon, where it's important to really make sure that you can have your feet on the ground, and that you can close your eyes, and that you can have peace within, and that you can connect with yourself, and you can tell yourself, I am abundant. You know what I mean? I am blessed. I am happy to be here. I am loved. I am protected. I am creating my reality. I am moving into the future. I have high hopes. I have optimism. Like, I have love. I have love in myself. I have love for others. Like, this is why it's very, and then, you know, Gemini season, it's mutable air, so it has a lot to do with what we're affirming with our words, how we're using language to manifest, and Gemini, more than anybody, manifests their thoughts. Because when your mind is so fast, you have to, you know, that you're creating manifestation all the time, even dumb manifestation, because the mind moves so fast. So in Gemini season, there's a lot of quick manifestation. There's a lot of, you know, getting lucky, or feeling like you weren't lucky, but it's because people are thinking, and it's like in Gemini season, we really learn that our mind and our thoughts manifest things. And then when we go into Cancer season, we realize our emotions manifest things. So we're definitely moving into that space, and I feel good. I love this Scorpio full moon energy. I feel like a lot of people right now feel like they're really settling in. It's almost this feeling of like drinking like hot chocolate or something, or like it's this feeling of just, or drinking tea, like hot tea, and just kind of like letting it all in, and like looking at it, and then letting it all go. And it's this feeling of like, it's like a lot of people right now may find themselves for the rest of this weekend like observing how much they've changed, you know, and like how much they have really truly evolved, and how the things that they desire now are so much more beautiful than maybe the things they were desiring years ago. And how like the depth of us and our desires say so much about us, and they're so beautiful. Like the things that we really want most is so beautiful about our character. And it's like a lot of people now, they want good things for themselves. Uranus is in Taurus now. People, let me tell you guys what is going to be out within the next 7 years. And this is no shade. This is like no shade to people that I'm going to use as examples, but like these people nowadays, do you know how a lot of people have become very famous for like being really reckless, you know what I mean, or being really like ignorant? And there's been a lot of that. Was Uranus and Aries, right? Uranus and Aries was like, I'm gonna just be me, and because I'm me, I'm gonna get a lot of attention, and a lot of people have gotten a lot of attention. They have established platforms. You have a lot of people right now in this world that desire destruction, and they have profited off of this. But let me tell you, with what is not going to be in anymore by the time we end this Uranus and Taurus transit, is people who like to be destructive, people who like to be like a lot of young rappers who profit off of like doing drugs all the time, all the time, like smoking perp, drinking codeine. Like, I'm gonna get fucked up. Even a rapper like Future, if he does not change some of his content within the next 7 years, I guarantee y'all he is gonna fall off he will fall down. He like, because that's just not in anymore. People right now who are real in alignment, they want good things for themselves. They don't want to be in a destructive state. They don't want to be in an arrogant space. Like, people right now are getting away from more of their ego and stepping more into their heart space. So a lot of people who are all about money and who are all about status and who have gotten famous through their attitude and through their sexuality or their destruction, things like that, that's all dying out in the next 7 years, because the wave that's coming in now is people who believe in their abundance, people who believe in growth, people who are really trying to make themselves better, make the world around them better. The wave now is really going into a space of true building and true value. Like, a lot of people who may have seemed valuable before because there was hype at them, over the next 7 years, that's not going to be the same. Because with Taurus energy, it's like, it has to be rich in your bones. It has to be rich in your soul. You have to be abundant within. You have to be rich within. You know what I mean? It's like, it's no longer about flashiness. It's no longer about like the cockiness. That is all dying. And the thing is, a lot of people have been doing that within their own lives. A lot of people have been deceiving themselves, you know, telling themselves they need to have as much money as this person. They want to have as much attention as this person, comparing themselves to other people, doing a lot of that over the past few years. And we're really stepping into a space, you know, of, but what is best for yourself? Like, what can you build for yourself that's positive and empowering and supports you? Like, what can you do for your own soul? How can you manifest abundance from within, outside of you? So I'm telling you, a lot of these people that have been up on pedestals will fall. If they don't have real, true value and worth to create within themselves, it's not going to be working. So this is where we're really, really, truly. And then I wanted to show you guys. Let me see. So this is also like people who have been in denial with themselves. This is really starting to shift now after the Scorpio full moon. Like, if you still are, like, you know, a lot of people say the toxic masculinity and stuff. Like, if you still are feeding into toxic parts of you and you still get urges to like be destructive, or this is really needing to kind of fall away now. This is chapters that are needing to end now, because we're all moving into a space of reality. Like, Saturn is in an earth sign, Pluto is in an earth sign, Uranus is in an earth sign. We have a lot of earth energy right now, and there's no space for creating physical toxic stuff. Like, because with so much earth, it's like, even if it's just a joke, or even if it's just like meaningless stuff, it's like it's being imprinted into the ground. It's being filtered through the roots of our planet. Like, so negative and certain things right now are just not gonna get the same hype. Like, so I looked up, let me see. So 6 months from now, and October 28th, we're gonna have a new moon at 4 degrees Scorpio. And it's going to be the 4 degrees Scorpio sun and moon are going to be opposing Uranus at 4 degrees Taurus in retrograde. So 6 months from now, when we have the Scorpio new moon and it's opposing Uranus exactly in retrograde, there is going to be a flood of unconscious intelligence. There is going to be a flood of literally unconscious underworld hidden information and secrets, like literally just being revealed. And not only will that be, but Venus and Mercury will be conjunct at 24 and 26 degrees in 6 months. So Venus and Mercury are going to be together too. There's going to be so much to think about and to process in the next 6 months. And at the same time, because we're gonna have a new moon in Scorpio in 6 months opposing Uranus, there's gonna be so many deep revelations that occur over the next 6 months. I'm talking like radical unconscious revealing, where people are gonna be seeing, thank you for saying bless you and salute, people are gonna be feeling things from like stuff is gonna be deep inside, and it's gonna be like Phoenix. Like, people are just gonna be coming out with Phoenix energy, and and seeing the truth and breaking through the surface. You know how, like, I'm literally seeing how, like, when a plant breaks through the seal of the earth and pops through the soil, that's how I'm feeling it's going to be 6 months from now. So really, over these next 6 months, it's like we are these seeds. We're already planted and we're growing, and we're already growing and stuff, but I feel it as like, as we have been growing outwards and outwards, it's like over the next 6 months, I feel like there's also these plants that are growing within us, and they're growing inside. And it's like, I'm seeing it as like, as much as we are all sprouting outwards, we have these vines and flowers and stuff growing within. And it's like, as much as we are enriching ourselves and our consciousness, it's like our soul is doing the same process internally. And I feel like by 6 months from now, it's gonna be this whole sprout, like this entire new subconscious awareness, this entire new unconscious awareness. And everything that we manifest over the next 6 months is what's going to trigger those deep awakenings. It's going to be powerful deep awakening 6 months from now. People are going to finally have truly faced fears, and they're going to be not afraid at all anymore. People are going to know exactly what they desire, and they're not going to be afraid of it at all. They're going to believe that they have it and they want it and it's theirs. Like, there's going to be deep power over the next 6 months. Like, people are going to deeply know what it is, that they're blessed, that it's God sent, and that it's part of the destiny. Like, you're gonna see a deep unconscious confidence start blooming over the next 6 months. I want to pull a goddess deck, a goddess card right now. Before I get into anything, I just kind of want to see what goddess wants to come through right now for this Scorpio full moon. And let's see. In my video yesterday, Athena came through, and let's see who wants to step in today now that we're really in these energies. Rhiannon. Thank you, Nina. I really like using this deck. I really, really enjoy it. I got this deck in Philadelphia. So Rhiannon. Rhiannon rings like a bird through the night, and da-na-na-na-na-na. All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the sky. Okay, I'm gonna channel Stevie Nicks. Zori just woke up too, if you guys want to say hi really quickly. Never mind, she's gonna go back to sleep. But Rhiannon, Rhiannon is the great goddess as worshipped by the Welsh. She is an embodiment of life, death, and rebirth. For in her realm, there is no death without regeneration. Her name derives from Rigantona, which means great queen, a shapeshifter. She can assume any form she wants. She often appears as a white horse. She is a muse goddess and is accompanied by 3 sweetly singing birds who can revive the dead or put the living to sleep. The source of the king's power derived from Rhiannon, the queen, and a candidate for kingdomhood met Rhiannon dressed as a stag, a regal figure symbolic of rejuvenation, beauty, strength, and instinctual masculine energy. In altar myth, she appears a Nimue, or as Vivian, the Lady of the Lake. Rhiannon is a beautiful queen of the night, a reminder of the close balance between death and rebirth. She demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves as a source of creativity, abundance, and order. I love that. I really, really love that. She demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves as a source of creativity, abundance, and order. So another thing I want to mention is that a lot of you right now may really feel strongly about something. You may feel deep in your heart right now, or deep in your soul, deep in your sexual organs that you really want something right now, that you really believe in something, that you feel the depths of something. Some of you have a very deep wish right now in your hearts, and you should make that wish. I feel like everybody right now has this a deep desire, because it's Scorpio. And the thing is it's like, it's whether or not you're gonna believe in its ability to live on, believe in its ability to manifest, if you really believe in the truth of it. because that instinctual and carnal and animalistic part of us is a very real part of us. And I think that a lot of people like to act like, you know, a lot of people like to act like we should, when you say animalistic, there are a lot of people in the world that as soon as you say that, they feel shame and they feel threatened, and they don't know how to do that. There's a lot of people who believe that it's better for people to control themselves, which is why for years we have been having all of these wars and disagreements on religion and how people should actually live and be. So when you say carnal, animalistic, these instinctual desires, there's a lot of collective energy related to that, where people feel like they shouldn't do that. People feel like their animalistic self is bad, or their instinctual self is a monster. There are a lot of people who are afraid of their instincts, afraid of their intuition. There's a lot of people who feel like if they deeply desire something, it must be bad. It must be dark. It must be, and I think that that's something that we're all slowly deprogramming. Like, it's gonna take a lot of years, but I feel like right now even we're already starting to deprogram that it's not bad. It's not bad to deeply desire. It's not bad to have animalistic, instinctual parts of you. It's not bad to be carnal and expressive and be sexual and bold and raw. None of that is wrong. In fact, that is needed for survival and life and passion and love and everything. So one thing I want to say is that a lot of you right now, there's something that you deeply probably really want to believe in. You really want to believe it. You really want to believe that this is something that is, insatiable, that it's something that is completely satisfying. It's something that is, it's like if you were a vampire, it would be like the best blood in the world. You know what I mean? It would be like you really feel like you want this, you're going in this direction, or it's going to also have a lot to do with what planets you have in Scorpio, or like the house of it, but there's a taste, there's a hunger, there's, it's like in the vampires, like, when you watch vampire shows and when they're around blood, they really like in their eyes, like that look. I feel I feel like right now a lot of people secretly, they have like the veins popping out under their eyes because they deeply desire something right now that, like, and it's like all you can do is want it and let the future reveal itself. And it's this deep hunger and it's this deep taste for something. And I think that another thing, and this is for some of you might resonate with this, but a lot of people are also struggling right now with accepting that they are desirable. I think that when it's Taurus and Scorpio, it's very like this holy but also sinister god and goddess, like very sexual energy. And a lot of people right now could be struggling with accepting their desires and accepting that they are desirable, that they are instinctual and animalistic and wild, that a lot of people are really trying to like crack open this space. So if any of you feel like that, then definitely this is a full moon to know that you are desirable, that everything you desire, you are worthy of desiring, and you deserve to experience it. Like, one thing I've always felt this way, but even when I was young, I always felt this way. I always felt like if somebody really truly wants something, why wouldn't they have it? Like, if you really want something and it's something that you constantly have always wanted, why would the universe taunt you? Why would the universe like trick you? You know what I mean? I feel like our desires really reveal a lot about us. They reveal a lot about our fears too. Like, we should really honor the things that we deeply dream about and the things that we deeply are hungry for, because it says so much about who we are. And this is this Scorpio full moon is a time to embrace whatever it is you're dreaming about, whatever it is that you're desiring, whatever it is that you feel like you really want to plant these seeds. You want this to manifest. You have to own that. Like, you have to own that, and you have to believe in it. You have to believe that you're worthy of manifesting it. You have to believe that it's already on its way to you. Because if it, like, one thing about Scorpio and Taurus, and even beyond them, the 2nd and 8th house, it has everything to do with desire. It has everything to do everything to do. Whereas the second house is our physical desires, where it's like you want to buy things. You want to eat certain foods. We desire things that we see. We desire things around us. You know what I mean? Some people want to go get a pet. You desire that feeling. So that's second house, the desire of what we can actually go out and buy or get or experience. Whereas the eighth house is the depth of our desire. It's the things that we secretly desire. It's the things that when we lay down at night we think about. It's the things that when we are just kind of alone with ourselves we fantasize about. You know what I mean? So when you have a full moon in Scorpio with the Taurus sun right now and this Taurus stellium, a lot of people are they're digging really deep and they're pulling that up and looking at it like, okay, how can I make this real in my life? How can I bring this desire up to the surface? How can I bring this up out of me and experience it and live on through it? Like, how can I take something that is inside and live it outward? And the first way to even do it is to accept it and to make sure that you believe it's yours and that you are meant to experience it. This is what people are doing. It's like you're pulling it out and you're looking at it and you're seeing how much you want it. And then it's like, okay, well, now we have to plan. Now we have to be practical. Now we have to believe. Now we have to be like, Taurus is a lot to do with the practicality, where you really have to take something step by step. You have to take something day by day, and you have to invest and be consistent. But above all, you have to know your worth. Because the key with Taurus is that if a Taurus doesn't know what they're really worth, they will manifest situations that are really hard for a really long time. Because if they may be stuck in the space of they believe they don't deserve anything better than that. So it's like a Taurus will consistently destroy themselves, or a Taurus will consistently and practically pull themselves down. So the key to the Taurus energy is knowing that you deserve greatness. It's knowing that you deserve the best, that you are royalty, not that you are stuck into certain situations and you have to consistently, die and be reborn and be reborn and be reborn. Like, Tauruses can go through heavy experiences like that, very, very heavy experiences where they learn harshly about their self-worth. They learn, like, a lot of people think that Scorpio, is the one that has this darkness and goes through things, but Taurus, it's the same thing. They share that. Like, Taurus can go through deep, dark lessons because they didn't know what they were worth and they didn't honor themselves and they didn't really know that they deserve better. So right now is a time in everybody's life where you have to challenge yourself to even raise the bar higher. And if you really want something deep inside, then to put it out and place it right there on this point and be like, all right, this is what I'm manifesting. This is what I want. I accept what I desire. I'm not ashamed of who I am inside. I'm not ashamed of the things that I really want. This is me. This is my animalistic self. This is my vampire self. This is what I want. This is what I want. And you deserve to have what you want. I want to look at my notes from yesterday too. Zori's sleeping again. I want to show you all her, but then she'll get angry. So we'll not do that. But let me look here. I know I took some notes. I want to read the inside degrees for Scorpio 27 degrees. So this is this moon, this energy, and this is by Elias Lonsdale. And it's called 3 Blue Robin Eggs. Holding inside you a complete future vision. Preserving and guarding a limitless awareness of what can be and of what shall be. You feel so pervasively the impact of what you carry inside that each piece of it now becomes supercharged with meaning and archetypal power, beyond how it might seem to anybody else. Being in the preliminary stages of something so vast and staggering that even those stages feel momentous beyond conception. Just about boiled over by future destiny, the personal self of now is cast into shadow, seeming trivial, a throwaway, but so transported by prenatal resolves to go all the way this time that any sacrifice or difficulty is chalked up to necessary stages of a rough process, and the inner mind holds its lodestar in view and simply cooks inside till it's time to boil over. So I feel like a lot of people right now, there's this feeling of the passion within you is cooking, it's boiling. You know, there's this feeling of like destiny will prevail. Like there's something that's happening. There's something that's really starting to manifest, and you feel it. You feel like the temperature is rising. You know, it feels like stuff around is changing. Things are starting to move at different speeds. It's like the pressure is burning. I'm seeing it as like, you know, like when they say like when the turkey's in the oven, that could be for some of people getting pregnant. But this feeling of there's something heating up, there's something cooking, there's something brewing, and it's destiny. It's destiny is God sent. It's something that 6 months from now will be such a desirable manifestation that a lot of you won't even, you can't wait to dig in. Like a lot of you, it's like you're cooking this turkey right now, and this is obviously metaphorical, but like you're cooking this turkey in the oven or something like that, and by the time 6 months from now, it's gonna be so ready and so perfect and ripe and cooked that you won't even know where to start. You won't even know, like you're gonna have utensils and be like, I can't even touch this because it's a masterpiece. Like I don't even know what to do with this because it's that amazing. Like I don't even know how I have this on my plate because this is, my mouth is watering for this. Like this is better than what I want. Like this is everything. So a lot of you are gonna find you're cooking something and it's really ripe and cooking inside, and 6 months from now, it's going to be on your plate and you're going to be eating with gold utensils, and you're not even going to know how to dig in because you're going to be amazed that this is even on your plate in front of you. So I definitely feel this. I feel this energy of things are going to be greater than we expect. I love that Christy used the little turkey emojis. I love that. It's going to be greater. It's going to be greater than we even know. And especially because right now it's something that is only inside. It's something that we only feel inside deeply, alone. When we're to ourselves, when we are fantasizing about our own desires, we only know it right now deep within. And over the next 6 months, we're going to see it outside. We're going to see it manifest. We're going to know the taste of it. If we don't know it yet, we're going to actually be able to taste it. So things are going to be different, and things will never be the same because they're already transforming, you know, they're already changing, and they're only going to start to taste better and better. So I want to pull some cards. I'm going to pull cards for all the signs, and then I'll talk more, or we'll talk with the chat, or I'll talk about the houses, but I want to get into some tarot right now. Thank you, David. And I'm wearing my magician's hoodie, break bills, because I'm a magician. And this was the perfect hoodie to wear today. David said, I feel it for sure. 10 of Swords just popped out. 10 of Swords just popped out. So this is the end. This is the end. And I think we all know that because it's been the end for a while. Like it has been the end for a while. And I think in the bottom of the deck with that Ace of Swords. So I feel like this is definitely a full moon of awakening. A lot of awakening. A lot of really realizing what has ended and what will no longer be. What will no longer be. Because it's not in alignment with our truth. Like it's not in alignment with who you really are, who you're striving to be. I love you too, David. I feel like this is a full moon of just breaking through the darkness and really truly realizing that it's like when you're, to me, this 10 of Swords to me feels like cracking through the soil, like I was talking about, like cracking through that darkness and popping out as the flower, as the manifestation. Like this to me is like piercing through certain illusions and piercing through the darkness and piercing through certain endings to find the beginning, to see where it starts. It's like how it ends is how it starts. And it's like right now it's all ending because it's only starting. And it's like a break, a cracking through. It's like a scale of a new height. And something now that is ending is really only the beginning. And the thing is like I don't think that for a lot of you this is just for some of you this could be a recent ending. Like something has really ended in your life and something new is about to start. But if, again, it's just a breakthrough type of feeling where some of you, it's been ending for so much time and it's already been put to the grave. It's already been deaded to you. But now, post Scorpio full moon, over the next 2 weeks when we have the Gemini new moon, this will be this energy where you are clear. You are clear and you are moving towards a better space. You are in a higher vibration. It's there's going to be so much more alignment. Everybody is going to find themselves in greater alignment over the next 2 weeks. Like greater alignment and clarity in their mind. I really believe that. And it's because this Scorpio full moon it's out with the old and out in with the new. Out with the old and in with the new, for real. So let's start with Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. And let me say an intention. So this is going to be cards for the Scorpio full moon. And this is going to be a message about, I guess, what really is ending, what is really coming to a close now. Yeah, what is the ending for each sign of this Scorpio full moon, and what is the message of like where we're headed now towards that truth, towards the Gemini new moon, you know, towards the clarity we seek. What is needing to be released now, or purged now, or put to the end, or even accepted as a deep desire, as whatever it needs to be, so that we're moving towards the right path over the next 2 weeks towards the Gemini truth and clarity. So for Aries, I'm going to channel a little bit for each sign before I pull cards. But Aries, I feel like you guys are in a good space right now. You're happy about something. You're proud of yourself for something. A lot of you do feel like you are in a more successful space right now than you have been in a while. There's a sense of accomplishment I feel for Aries right now. There's still a little bit of worry, and there's still a feeling like it could be better, but it's like it's not the worst it's ever been. You know what I mean? It's been worse. And I feel like Aries are more in this space right now of like, I'm hearing the word start over. I'm hearing the word start over in my head. And it's the feeling of starting over with yourself. Not necessarily anything outside of you, because a lot of you have already been making arrangements and changing your life up in a way to where you do feel like the emperor in it. You do feel like the empress in it. You are having control over your reality. But I feel like now, Aries, it's like, because this is an in conjunction to you all. Scorpio is an in conjunction to Aries, so it's a little bit of this discomfort of like, where do you fit in now in your new life? Where do you fit in as you, as the Aries, as this leader? You know what I mean? As the one and only, right? It's like, where do you fit in now? And I think that a lot of you are getting ready to find that through Gemini season. You're kind of like shifting, and it's almost like you're allowing yourself to not be who you aren't anymore. It's almost like Aries are in this space where it's weird, because it's like you're not the same. And it's like weird because Aries pride themselves on being who they are. And Aries are in this weird space now where you're allowing yourself to be okay with not being that old you anymore, not holding on to it at all, and being open to who you're becoming. Aries are now in a space where you have to be really open to who you are becoming now, and how your life may start to look different, but it's okay because you're different. And nobody ever had a gun to your head and said you have to stay the same, you have to stay in these same type of circumstances. Now Aries are in this weird space of like, you know what, I can be greater. Like, I can have a greater anything. I don't have to stay within my zone of comfort. I don't have to stay within what I know I can control. I can switch up a little bit. I can be a better me. So I feel like Aries, you're leaving this Scorpio full moon with the empowerment and knowing that it's only going to get better. And that as much as you grow and change, it's all going to start to be for who you are becoming in the greater version of you. So we have Four of Cups. Four of Cups. I feel like Aries, the most important thing for you all on this Scorpio full moon is that if you have been finding yourself in an indulgent space, if you've been finding yourself in a space of like wondering how it could have been, if you guys have been like, you know what, at that time in my life, I was really happy, or at that job, it was really good, or if you guys are in this space of, if you feel like you're not in your life right now, Aries, I'm going to pull one more. If you feel like you're not in your life right now, I guarantee you all are not seeing something right there in front of you. Because what I love about the Four of Cups is like the Four of Cups, his lifestyle is stable enough to where he can take time out to ponder. Like Four of Cups is when you have your you have your needs met. You have enough, you're fine. Like you're okay. And a lot of the times Four of Cups is like what's before it, Three of Cups, right? It's like when you just got out of a really good time or you're remembering a really good time and now you feel this disconnect because you don't feel that great anymore. You don't feel the happiest you felt before. There have been times where you felt happier, Aries. There are times when you felt more successful. But if you're focusing on these past times, you know, the past fulfillment, you're missing out on actually creating fulfillment in your life right now. So the Four of Cups, you know, what comes after the Four of Cups? The Five of Cups. Some of you, I feel this Scorpio full moon, it's about letting go of your losses, like really truly letting go the shoulda, coulda, woulda, and really truly shifting your focus and not thinking anymore about how it was better or how it could have been better, and really starting to be present where you are right now, and really starting to look around and see how can you find that fulfillment with what you have right now. This is kind of a card of being grateful for what you do have and really seeing your blessings, you know? And then we have the Star card to confirm that. So I feel like Aries, this is really about having kind of like this whole energetic renewal. I feel like like a lot of Aries right now, I feel need to go by the water, or they need a day to really just release. I feel like Aries are in a space right now where you're really letting go a lot of parts of you that hold you down and bring you down, and parts of the past or parts of certain things. It's like you guys need this whole renewal. You guys are right now, if you could do anything on this Scorpio full moon, it would be to release yourself of the guilt, and release yourself of the disappointments, and really see that you have what you need right now. Like you have a gift right in front of you, and you are also a gift. So you have what you need to transform now. If you are feeling stuck, it's because you don't want to move. So all in all though, Aries, I feel like this is going to be a time over the next 2 weeks. You guys are going to really get over the past in a way. And you guys are going to find yourself going towards the future in a brand new light, in a whole new way. And Six of Wands just fell out. So again, I feel like a lot of you are moving on positively. You're moving forward with momentum, with exhilaration, with liberation, and you're moving forward now. You're over it. You're over it. Aries are over it now. You're getting over it. It's over. But that's good, because all your power is about to come back wherever it went before. So Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. So for Taurus right now, I feel like Tauruses are having a huge realizations. I know a bunch of Tauruses right now that have recently moved and changed their whole life. I know some Tauruses that have had information revealed to them that has changed everything about them and what they've been thinking and being loyal to. I know a lot of Tauruses right now that have recently taken certain risks and who are really truly starting to walk in an authentic space, who are really starting to see their worth. I know a lot of Tauruses in this space right now that it's like for all of the time that you had spent in either the illusions or the self-doubt, or you were moving slow, I feel like Tauruses right now, you are up to speed. You are up to speed. You are ready. You are ready to manifest. You are ready for the love, ready for the abundance. I feel like Tauruses are in the space where you need to expect greatness, because greatness is what you are. And a lot of you are really starting to see this now, and you're respecting yourself differently. Bye, Christy. Have a great day. Happy full moon. Thank you for being here. Let's see for Taurus. Ten of Swords, Taurus. 10 of Swords. Damn. For Tauruses, I feel like this is it. You all are getting ready to go towards something crazy good. Like, crazy good. Because so much of what was haunting you and what was darkness to you and whatever you were in the dark about or you felt wasn't good about you or wasn't good in your life, all of that is ending. Like, all of that is ending now. What's after the Ten of Swords? Ace of Wands. For Tauruses, this is a real, true new spark. This is a change in you guys' destiny. This is a change in the story. I'm seeing it in my head right now. I'm seeing, like, I don't know. You guys know I reference the Magicians a lot, but there's a part in the Magicians where I don't know what season it is. I think it's season 4 maybe, or no, season 3, not 4. And I think it's like there's a scene where there's this woman who's the character Alice, but there's this woman and she was cursed, and the way that she was cursed is that she's super, super psychic and clairvoyant and she can see the future. So she literally sits all day and she just gets flashes all day of the future. And all she does is write down what she sees. So she literally is the person who writes everyone's story. Like, the curse that happened to her was that she could tap in and see everybody's future. So but it like controls her. So literally all day long she's writing what she sees and she's writing people's stories. And then it's like if anybody interrupts her or if anything happens that happens after she sees a vision, she'll literally crumble the paper up and throw it back and start writing it over, because it's like within that time frame where she saw the vision and something happened, something changed. So I feel like this energy with Taurus where it's like there's something about the story that you thought it was going to be. It's like that is getting thrown out now, and there's a new insight. There's a new vision where something is, this is like a change in your storyline. There's a change now in your energy and your power, where certain things you thought were really being written, you thought this was exactly what was going to be, and now there's a change coming and it's going to be better than that. And it's like there's some type of excitement I feel is coming for you all over the next 2 weeks, or something now is really beginning that you did not expect, and it's gonna be passionate and it's gonna be exciting, and it's gonna be a new twist in your story that leads you to so much more passion and excitement. Like, I feel like a lot of you may have been feeling like, okay, I'm planning now, I know where I'm headed, but over the next 2 weeks something's gonna come in and it's gonna inspire you. Like, it's not going to be because you planned it or because you realized, or like, it's going to come and surprise you, and it's going to be exciting and exhilarating, and it's going to turn you on to life, to new life. And it's not going to be because you saw it out or you thought it. It's going to be truly a surprise that comes in and shakes things up for you in a better way. So Gemini. I feel like we're getting ready to go into your season. So for Geminis right now, it's all about the strategy, and it's all about your plans, and it's all about getting yourself ready for the manifestation you know is about to come. And I feel like you all know that you have to get in the right headspace now. Like, in your season, you need to get things right. You need to get things in order for yourself. And it's almost this feeling of like you guys still want a little bit of the mystery, but at the same time you're really finessing and wanting to make room for the magic. You guys are really trying to clear your headspace so that there is room for the magic. And I feel like going into your season, you guys are going to be the winners. All these cards just fell out. You guys are going to be the winners in a way, because it's your season and we're all getting ready to be in your energy. Let me get these cards. At least the Lovers was one of them I see here. But I feel this energy of like strategy. I feel this energy of like making it work, getting things in order. Like, I feel like you guys are really wanting to set yourself up for greatness. So let's see what comes through for Gemini. We have the Hermit, Virgo's card. So, Gemini, I feel like from now over the next 2 weeks, you guys are going to be in a very introspective space. I think that you guys are going to be thinking about where you want your spiritual journey to lead you. A Virgo might also pop up over the next 2 weeks, a Virgo that's going to lead you to a path, that's going to lead you somewhere. But I feel like this is saying that for you all on this Scorpio full moon, and also Scorpio makes an in conjunction to Gemini. So it's kind of that awkward feeling where it's like the dark is the truth. Like that's kind of what Gemini and Scorpio share. But I feel like for you all over the next 2 weeks, you guys are getting ready to go in a more internal space, and you guys are getting ready to really start understanding your path. I feel like you guys are really about to start understanding your path in a way to where you know it, like you know it within you. It's almost like you're gonna start to feel more intimacy with your path. You're gonna start to feel like, so I feel like this Scorpio full moon for you all is about trusting it, about trusting your path. You know, the hermit, all he has is his little light. He's getting ready to go down in the snow and in the mountains, and all he has is that one little lamp, and that's enough. That's enough. He trusts himself. All he needs is that little bit of light, and he can make it through. And I feel like that's Gemini. Like that, this is Gemini energy right now, where you guys know that you have your light, and your light is enough, and your light is gonna take you through this. And you guys are getting ready to understand so much more deeply about your path and your purpose, and you're gonna know it for yourself, because that's the hermit. The hermit knows it for himself. He experiences it for himself. He goes on the journey himself for himself. And that's why he has so much understanding, because he was never afraid to travel it alone. And I feel like you guys are getting ready to do that, and it's going to be very fulfilling, because it's almost like you're going to know that the path was always paved for you. It was just waiting for you to go within that space, understand it, and start walking it. So for Gemini, I feel like there's about to be, over the next 2 weeks, so much realizations that you have inside, and it's all leading you down the path. It's all leading you closer to your path now. So let's talk to Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. And for Cancer right now, so we're getting ready to go on Gemini season, which is a little bit of turbulence for Cancer, because their season approaches right after. And for you, Cancer, this is a Scorpio full moon. Like, this is all of the water energy. And I feel like for you guys right now, I'm hearing nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than this. I feel like for a lot of Cancers right now, there's a deep happiness that a lot of you are feeling again. I think a lot of Cancers right now are really starting to believe in love in a new way, and believe in magic and miracles in a new way. I feel like it's a highly spiritual time right now for Cancers. And I feel like at this Scorpio full moon, you guys are either so deeply indulging into your desires and emotions and passion and all of that. Like, I know a bunch of Cancers right now that are either really in love, or they're in a very spiritual, happy space. Like, and even though you guys are going through it, like Cancers are no doubt really going through it right now, but it's almost like you guys are really understanding your sovereignty. You guys are really starting to understand that you create your own joy, you create your own blessings. And I feel like a lot of Cancers right now are taking this high spiritual road, and really starting to find this inner peace. Like, I really feel that for Cancers right now. And this is why so much love is able to come in now, and so much blessings is going to start to come in now, because you guys have been going through a lot of these harsh processes to lead you to this point. You know, to really lead you to this point of where now you can relish in it. You can relish in the love. You can relish in your passions. You can relish in the miracles that are bestowed upon you. A lot of Cancers are experiencing miracles and stuff right now, because with all of this Capricorn energy, and like, it's like all Taurus season, you guys have really been harnessing in on your desires and your emotions, and it's like nothing gets better than this. I keep hearing that. It's like, it's really only going to start to get better for Cancers. And it's like, even if it gets worse, you guys know that you're not even afraid anymore. Like, Cancers are like not even, this Scorpio full moon for you all, I feel like is about facing your fears by choosing to not be afraid anymore, because you have already faced death and you lived. And it's this feeling of that you're no longer going to be controlled by your fears anymore, because you're starting to really live from a space of love. I think Cancers, more than anybody, with all this Capricorn energy, are really starting to see how fear is a liar, how the devil is a liar. And Cancers, more than anybody, are developing this spiritual strength where they choose love, and they're really starting to choose to believe in their miracles and believe in their dreams. And it's really putting you guys in this very spiritual space where you're going to start to really experience the things you dream about, because you really deserve it through your trust. So let's see what card comes through. And we have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. So Cancer, I think that right now you guys don't even know how many options you do have. I think that you guys, you have so many options around you. The divine is literally has these little carrots hanging, dangling in front of you. Like, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? And I feel like you guys know that the options are limitless right now. The options are endless. You guys are realizing that there's a whole world for you, that there's a whole realm of emotions that you can feel and channel. You guys are really starting to see your limitless nature. And I kind of feel like with the Seven of Cups, this Scorpio full moon is about for you to really, really make your wish. Like, for Cancer right now, my only task for Cancers is to really, truly imagine. Can you imagine? Imagine. Really, really imagine, Cancer, all of the things that you desire and you dream about. Really, really take some time to envision and imagine the things you really want. Because you need to see it in your head if you want to see it in front of you. If you want to see it in your life, you need to start seeing it in your head. And you need to really start taking serious your ability to envision and imagine things. And actually, through your imagination, create it in your reality. So this Scorpio full moon for you all is more about seeing all the things you desire, seeing all the things that you dream of, and believing in them all, even if they don't all happen, still believing in it all, believing that it all is working out for you. You're gonna get all the dreams. It's all coming your way, and you can, your imagination is limitless. That's what I have to say to Cancer for this Scorpio full moon. For you all, know that your imagination is limitless right now, and if you can imagine it in your headspace, you are slowly creating it in your world. So you are really, truly limitless, and there are so many dreams available to you. And you know what? It may seem like some of them are illusions, but at the same time, it's okay right now. Like, it's okay for you all to dive into that space, because even an illusion can turn into something real. You know what I mean? Even something that may start out and seem that way can become real. A lot of people think that their dreams coming true is an illusion, and their dreams end up coming true and showing them it never was. So even an illusion can be turned into something real. So whatever it is that you're dreaming about right now, whatever the worlds that you're thinking of that you want to step into, believe in them all and see what happens. Because whatever you really want most is what you're going to manifest. So it's okay to want a lot of things, as long as you trust in your heart that what you're really meant to experience is going to be coming your way. And it's not impossible, and it's not an illusion. It's a matter of, do you believe in it enough, and do you envision it and imagine it enough to be true? So Leos. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. So Leos right now, I feel like, are in a space where we're getting out of Taurus season. You know, this isn't necessarily the best time for Leo right now, but because it's challenging. And the reason it's challenging is because Taurus squares you, Scorpio squares you. You guys are in extreme square energy right now. And I think that Leos have been in a dark space, and you guys are coming out of it. I feel like you guys are definitely coming out of the dark space that you've been in, because you guys are really starting to feel like you need to fuel your engine again. You guys are feeling like maybe your gas has been running on low. Like, I feel this energy for Leos right now. This Scorpio full moon is about filling up your tank, filling up your engine again. Some of you, it's like you've been riding on E. And it's like this full moon is about you filling up that tank again and remembering who the fuck you are. Like remembering who the fuck you are and getting your engine running again. Because you guys have been in a very, very critical space where it's been very hard for you to believe that you can manifest the things you want. And it's been very challenging for you all to tap in and actually figure out what you're feeling and desiring. And I think that this Scorpio full moon for you all is about realizing that nobody is going to give it to you. Nobody is going to do it for you. And that you're the only one who's going to fill up your tank. And if you're riding on E, that's because you're the one that hasn't filled up the tank with gas. And I think that there's a lot of motivation that's going to start brewing with Leos right now. I feel like over the next 2 weeks, you guys are going to be driving on a full tank. And it's going to be like back to shining again, back to moving again. Even if you have been on that E for a long time, it's not for forever. And Leos know when something is about to shift. So there's a lot of motivation I feel like is about to start coming back for you all. But it's because you're remembering who you really are again. So let's get a card out. We have the Judgment card. The Judgment card. So Leo, I feel like over the next 2 weeks, you guys are going to have to face something that you don't want to face. This doesn't have to be bad though, because I feel like the Judgment card for you all right now is about really closing out a karmic chapter. I feel like there's some type of karmic lesson that's lingering within you all right now, and you see it, and you see the signs, you see the warning signs, and if you're choosing to not see them, you even know that you're doing that. I feel like for Leo right now, it's about, I think for you all, this is kind of saying on this Scorpio full moon, letting your, like, the demons that are hiding in your closet, let them come out and play dress up. I feel like this is more about like no longer hiding from certain things, or no longer ignoring certain things that you know are patterns, or that you know is something that's karmic, or it's something that keeps coming up, and or it's a feeling that keeps coming up. I feel like this is where you guys are really going to start to dance with your own demons, because it's almost like you're tired of having them kind of just pop up whenever they want, like little Jack-in-the-Box dolls. It's kind of this feeling of like, you know, I'm thinking of the quote, if you're going to walk on thin ice, you might as well dance. That type of feeling. I'm going to pull one more. But I also feel like this is a very, like, karmic time right now. We have the Empress. So I feel like for some of you, this has to do with your self-worth, because the Empress is actually the card of Taurus. This is very Taurus energy. And I feel like you guys are really, really needing to see your own worth right now. This is a Scorpio full moon for you to, and you know, for my Leo risings, this is in your 4th house. And I feel like a lot of you are feeling like, are you worthy? Like, you're questioning, are you good enough? You're questioning, are you worthy? You're questioning, do you deserve this? You're questioning, is this gonna manifest? Am I gonna get what I really want? And I think that that's the karmic pattern that needs to stop. You guys need to know that you are enough. You guys need to take this Scorpio full moon and really fill yourself up with self-esteem and confidence, because if you keep thinking that bad things are going to happen, or if you're ignoring certain bad things because you just want to feel like all is good, then you're not really honoring where you are. Like, you're not really honoring yourself. So for Leos, I feel like this is saying to really truly focus on embracing and knowing your worth, and not trying to find these little alleys or back ways to not even focus on that. I feel like Leos have been in a space where they haven't been focusing on themselves. It's been focusing more on things outside of them and focusing on other things and other people. And it's like you guys have been kind of like going in this space, like you've been going through these back corners. And it's like you guys have been looking for a deeper sense of self-worth where it has been in you this whole time. And I think that this Scorpio full moon is for you to realize that you are worthy, and you've been worthy, and it's always been right there within you. And you guys have been, I think you guys have been in a space where you've been feeling like God needs to crack down and show you himself. where it's like you guys have it right now, the ability to see just how valuable you are and to no longer fall into patterns that is less than what you know you deserve. So for Leos, I feel like this is about really taking your power back in a way to where you realize you've been worthy this whole time. Even through the weirdness and through the karma and through the heavy, powerful emotions and changes, you have always been that king and queen within. So as long as you really know that and you really truly know in your soul you have always been worthy, that's what you need to focus on for the next 2 weeks. That you have always been worthy of it. Like, you can't hide from that. You can't hide from the fact that you are worthy, Leo, and that you do deserve it. Point blank. That is what this Scorpio full moon wants to show you all. That the king and queen has always resided right within you. It's just been a matter of you have been running from yourself or accepting yourself. And that is going to be your choice on this Scorpio full moon. And how you run with that over the next 2 weeks is also your choice. So you guys are getting ready to either really pump yourself back up and know who you are, or you're going to keep doing this rat race where you're trying to see if you're going to get tricked and see that you're not. But you are worthy, and you always will be, and you just have to know it and see it for yourself, and you will. So for my Virgos. So Virgo right now, Virgo is weirdly calm, and a card just came out. Two of Wands just came out. Virgos are weirdly calm right now. And I feel like it's because you guys really have your eyes set on something in the future. Like, I feel like Virgos really have a plan right now. Virgos have a plan, and Virgos are executing the plan, and Virgos are getting ready for something. And there's a peace in this because Virgo feels like they have tasks right now. Virgo feels like they have things to do. Virgo feels like, all right, like, Taurus season to Gemini is good for Virgo because it's like the Taurus season is good for you because it's earth and it trines and everything starts to get calm and peaceful. But then going into Gemini, you're both ruled by Mercury. So Virgo's starting to get all these ideas. Virgo's starting to move different, finesse better. Virgo's starting to get the hang of things, start to sharpen their skills in Gemini season. Virgo and Gemini do really well together because of that. It's the sharpening of the mind, sharpening of the skills, you know, never settling, always moving, always questioning, always wondering, always curious. So for Virgos right now, I feel like you guys are there's a curiosity right now that's really starting to peak, and you guys are starting to envision the future, and you're getting busy, you're getting ready, you're taking on task. And let's see what card we have for you. And I literally 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, and I really want to say that in my May love reading that I did for all of the signs, I believe that Virgo pulled 10 of Cups as well in the May love reading. Virgo, I feel like 10 of Cups. Virgo right now, hone in on the fact that you know happy endings exist. I feel like Virgos are believing in happy endings right now. I think Virgo is choosing to believe things are working out and that love is alive and that love is a thing and that happy endings do exist. Happily ever afters happen. They exist. And I think that Virgo, for you all, this Scorpio full moon, because this is a great full moon for the water and earth signs. Amazing full moon. So for you, Virgo, this Scorpio full moon is about getting in touch with your deepest wishes, your deepest wishes, what it is that you really dream about, the love that you dream about experiencing, the bliss that you dream about, the love that you dream about, really honing in on that and seeing it as very clear in your head, imagining it very clearly in your head, really taking the time to feel how it will feel and manifesting that emotion. So Virgos, I feel like for you all over the next 2 weeks, things are going to get even more beautiful. As long as on this Scorpio full moon, you take the time to really think about that beauty. Think about those dreams. Think about that love. Think about those things that you fantasize about. Let yourself fantasize. Let yourself feel that. Let yourself believe in the happily ever after. And what's powerful about Virgo is just as powerful as a manifestor as Pisces. The difference is that Pisces can just think of things imaginary and they pop up. Like Pisces is a part-time human in the fact that there's always another part of Pisces that's in the different realm. That like Pisces is the fastest manifestor, and Pisces are the type of people who can have a wish and it just comes true without them doing anything, because there's a part of them that is with the gods in the astral realm. There's a part of them that's never here. But the reason that Virgo has just as much powerful manifestation is because Virgo is the one that's always here. Virgo is the one that works overtime. Virgo works morning shifts, day shifts, and night shifts in reality. Virgo is here and present. And Virgo sees everything. Virgo sees everything. So Virgo knows that just as much as it's possible for there to be a shitty, awful ending, it's just as possible for there to be a very amazing, beautiful ending, because Virgo sees all perceptions of reality, where Pisces experiences all the different versions of reality. So for you, Virgo, I feel like this is about you getting in your spiritual bag again and realizing that you can be like these other people. You can have it all. Like people you see have it all. Like, you know it's possible. You know that this is possible. And that's all you need to know, that it's possible. And if it's possible, it's worth your time. And that's it. That's all for Virgo. Virgo, in the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So again, this is like really releasing your doubts, Virgo. Really releasing and knowing that you can be happy. Like, you can be happy. You really, really can. So Libra. So Libra, now that we're going into Gemini season, I know that things are about to really pick up for you all. You guys are going to have more luck again. You guys are going to start to manifest again. And there's going to be a speed to Libra. And I also feel like you guys are getting ready to have a really good ideas. Like, I feel like from now over the next 2 weeks, by the Gemini new moon, you guys are going to have a lot of new ideas. You guys are going to start to feel a lot of energy. You're wanting to manifest. You're wanting to move. You guys are going to be quick. You're going to be moving, and nobody's going to really be able to stop you right now, because you guys are in this space of you're coming for it all. You're coming for what you want. You're coming for everything that you want. You're coming for it, and you're coming fast. So let's see. And I know that you're going to get it, Libra. You guys know that already too. You know that you're going to get it because you're coming for what's yours. Let's see. Nine of Wands. And then bottom of the deck with that, Ace of Wands. Nine of Wands and Ace of Wands. So Libra, I feel like you guys are nervous right now if you're going to pull something off. I feel like Libra is very nervous because you know you're getting ready to have a breakthrough. You know you're on the verge of a breakthrough. You know that something great is about to happen. But Libras are in this space where it feels like they have to just stay, they have to stay right here and trust. Like, Libras, I feel if you guys are worrying that you're not going to pull it off, you're wasting your time, because you obviously are going to pull it off. Because you always do that. Like, Libra, I think right now this is saying that this Scorpio full moon, you need to release your doubts. You need to release the idea that you might not make it. You need to release the idea that something bad might sneak up. You need to release all of your paranoia, because you need to know right now that you're going to secure this. You're going to get this. Like, there's no reason for you. You've come so far already that the only thing left to happen, Libra, is for it to work out. So this Scorpio full moon is more about releasing your paranoia and releasing your doubts and releasing this idea that it might all fall apart, or that you might not get what you want, and releasing any type of those feelings and knowing that it's starting now. Manifestation is starting now. You're getting what you want now. Things are going to be in your favor. It's like shifting this energy. You need to get away from the Nine of Wands and stand personified as Ace of Wands. So Libra, this is about being on and popping and not turning off or turning down for anybody right now. Knowing that you're on, it's your time, and shit is hot. And when the iron strikes hot, it strikes. when it strikes, it strikes. So there's a time that's approaching, that's a nowness. There's a nowness for Libra, where you don't have time to think about how it won't be or it won't work. This is about knowing that it will. And you're alive for it right now. You're on and you're popping and you're ready. This is about being on 100. So this is release anything, Libra, holding you back from being in that state of you know you have it. You know you got it. And you can be it and do it and show it to yourself. So I feel like there's a lot of success coming now. All my best friend's mom is a Libra and she's getting married today. That's amazing. Oh, that's amazing to her. I send her my love and blessings. But I feel like that is, it's like, it's here. It's here for Libras. It's right here. It's all about you grabbing it and taking the wand for yourself. You know, I love his hand. I'm the Ace of Wands. I love how he holds it. Like, he knows it's his manifestation. He has it. It's his. It's yours. So whatever you know is yours, Libra, know that it's yours and nothing is going to take it from you. Nothing is going to take it from you because it's always been yours. It was always meant to end up in your hand. So take your shit, Libra. Take what's yours because it's yours. And nobody's going to take it. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. So Scorpio, I want to scream for Scorpio. Scorpio, what's up, Scorpio? This is you guys' full moon this year. This is your full moon. I love you too, Victoria. This is your full moon. You know, every single sign only gets one full moon a year. And this is the Scorpio's full moon. And how does it feel, Scorpio? Because let me tell you something about when you have a full moon in your sign. Every time a person has this full moon in their sign, whether it's sun, moon, rising, it's a point of shifting. It's a point of transformation and shift and resetting within. So for my Scorpios right now, I think a lot of you are settling into a space. You're settling into a type of space, or you already know that everything is about to change. Like you guys are either settling in or you're starting to shift out. There's really no in between. There's no lukewarm. There's no complacency. There's none of that anymore. It's either it's sinking in or it's shifting out. And I think you guys know that you can't avoid that or you can't run from that. So a lot of you are already feeling like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready to make more money. Like I'm ready for more. I'm ready for what's mine. I think a lot of you are, you recognize the hunger, you recognize the desire, and you're coming for what's yours too. I think Scorpios right now are in a space where they, you know how Scorpios will get into that space where they feel like, you know, people aren't really understanding me right now, or like nobody can really get this right now. So Scorpios kind of go into their own world and just start to do heavy magic and like heavy manifestation. Like Scorpio will just all of a sudden just go into a witch or a warlock space, and then you'll hear from them like 3-4 months later, and then they've like manifested a whole bunch of stuff and you don't even know who they are. And I feel like Scorpios are getting ready to do that. Like 6 months from now, when it's your season, people ain't gonna know you. People are not gonna know you anymore. Scorpio, you're gonna literally, like I'm literally, I'm seeing in my head right now, I'm seeing like somebody who like is coming outside of a house and they have all these gold chains and it's like nobody has seen them for months, and they like walk out and they have like a comb in their hair, and they have like these chains, and they're like walking this expensive dog and people are like, where the fuck have you been? And then the person is just like, I've been here, like I've been doing me. What you been doing? Where you been at? And like I feel like for Scorpio, this is about you guys realizing right now that like you're the shit. You are the shit. And when you really want something, you make it happen for yourself. And when you really want something to end and be over with, you cut it off, you kill it dead, lifeless. Like you guys are really about it. When it comes to the stuff you really, really want, you're really about it. You're really about it. And I think that this is a full moon to confirm that everything that you want, it's only a matter of time before you get it. It's only a matter of time before you manifest the glory. It's only a matter of time before you feel like you have satisfied that hunger. And then you're going to be hungry for other things. But you know that you always satisfy what you want. P. Diddy is a Scorpio. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he's a quintessential Scorpio. Like, that is very Scorpio energy. The idea that I'm gonna get what I remember I saw this video one time of P. Diddy where like he like had a business deal. He like got a business deal or something like that. And when he hung up on the phone, he like slammed it down and he was like, yes, like fuck yes. Like he literally knew that was gonna happen. And when it happened and he got the business deal, he was so like confident, like he knew he had that shit in the bag, and then it made him feel even more powerful. It made him feel even more worthy of it because he knew it was his. He knew he was gonna get it regardless. And I feel like you guys are definitely needing to channel that energy right now, that whatever you want, you're going to get it. So be careful what you wish for, Scorpio. And if anybody gets to make a wish on this full moon, Scorpio, you get to make a wish. You get to have a Scorpio. You get to have a full moon wish because you're in your sign. So be careful what you wish for, Scorpio, because you're gonna get it. You are gonna get something that you wish for, and it's gonna be something that empowers you and something that feels really good. Like you're about to get it. You're about to get it, Scorpio. So make your wish and make it wisely. Let's pull a card for Scorpio. Okay, we have 8 of Swords. I'm going to pull one more. So this makes me feel like for some of you, you may feel like there's a lot of energies right now because this is a full moon. And when there is a full moon in your sign, there could be a lot of like feeling like a lot of energy is going on. Feeling like maybe you don't necessarily know everything that's going on around you. Let's pull one more. Okay, 8 of Swords and then 8 of Wands. So, Scorpio, I feel like you are absolutely getting out of this insecure headspace. I feel like a lot of you, if you have been in an insecure space, that is about to shift overnight. Because 8 of Wands is about fast change. It's about literally it changes in the wind. Like, it's literally like the wind could just blow and like literally change happens. So I feel like a lot of you, if you have been in an insecure headspace, you need to know that that is about to shift. Like that is about to shift quickly. And that's the message I have for Scorpios, is that even if you are in that space right now, you are in that headspace, know that this is about to shift overnight. So don't think you're going to stay here. If you're in a low space or an insecure space, you're not going to be here forever, Scorpio. You're not going to be here forever. It's going to shift literally overnight. Like by Monday morning, you're not going to be in that space anymore. I'm hearing, be easy, like be easy, because it's not going to be like this forever. So Sagittarius, I feel like you guys feel right now like you don't know. The universe is always going to show you things that you had no idea was possible. You guys have been so surprised. Like there's been so many surprises lately that you don't even know what to expect anymore, because anytime you try to expect something, you get proven wrong or you get shown that it wasn't even like that. So I feel like Sagittarius is really seeing the miracles of the universe right now. And Sagittarius is really starting to channel the impossible and channeling and starting to realize things that they never even knew they could experience and feel. Like Sagittarius is in such a very powerful spiritual space right now with Jupiter there in retrograde that you guys don't even think that you know anything, because you're going to get surprised. Like you are going to absolutely get surprised and you are going to be different. By the end of this year, by your season, when Jupiter already went through its retrograde, you are going to have such a different way of understanding this universe and understanding spirit and understanding yourself. Like you guys are changing so much right now on a spiritual level where it's like don't expect anything, because expect to be surprised. Expect to be surprised, and in a good way, Sag. So let me pull a card for you all. Everything is about to become more illuminated and magical for you all. And we have Page of Wands. Page of Wands. So Sagittarius, this Scorpio full moon, I think, is for you all. It's about getting turned on again. It's about getting excited and passionate. This is about being aroused. This is about arousal. Page of Wands is about when you see something and you're like, damn, I want to do that. Page of Wands to me is like, I'm thinking in my head right now, the first time that I went to this place called Grand Prix, and it's like this little place where there's a bunch of games, and there's also this little racetrack, and you can like race these cars. You can be a kid and race these cars, but it's like an entire track where you get in the car and you race around and you can bump in each other, and it's like really cool. And I remember being little and you had to be a certain height to ride it. And I remember when I was like on that height, I remember feeling like oh my God, I can't fucking wait. Like, I am finally about to get into this car. And I remember literally feeling like I'm gonna wreck everyone's shit. Like, I remember feeling like as soon as I get into this little car, I am going to race and beat everybody in here. Like, I remember feeling so ready for that. And that to me is very Page of Wands. Like, I feel like you all are in this space right now where you need to be confident and know that you're getting ready for an adventure. This Scorpio full moon is trying to show you that there is an adventure near. And let's not forget, in Gemini season, we're going to have the Gemini new moon, and then we're going to have the Sagittarius full moon. So something right now is really beginning. An adventure is starting for you all right now, and go on it. Be reckless, Sag. Go towards it. Go towards the adventure. Get turned on right now. Get pumped up. Because there is an adventure in store for you over this next month by the time we go to your full moon. So get excited now. Start to feel it now. Start to create it now. And then you can really, really be enjoying it by the time it's your full moon. So an adventure is definitely beginning for you all at this full moon, and you need to jump right in it head first and don't even look back for 1 second. If it turns you on, go towards it. If it makes you feel alive, go towards it. And if it doesn't, turn your fucking self another way and find what does turn you on. Find what does feel good and find the adventure that you need right now. You have to go on it, Sag. You have to go on it. So Capricorn, that's cool, going to DC for the first time. Like, that's cool. Like, even something like that. Like, if you're going to go somewhere, this is about, like, getting excited for it. It's really more about, though, like, changing your energetic space to where this Scorpio full moon, you're going into next week feeling like you're ready for surprises. You're ready for adventures. Even if it's not that there's 80 around you right now to take, it's more about getting you guys self and, like, that mutable fire energy again and feeling like, all right, well, I'm ready for the adventures. I'm ready for the surprises. Whether they're here or not, I'm ready for them. Now, Capricorn, Taurus season for you all has been super, like, lush, super lush. There's been complications and there's been burden, but it's been super lush. You guys probably can't even really complain because it's definitely been worse this year. But going into Gemini, you know, Capricorn makes it in conjunction to Gemini, but this Scorpio full moon for you all, I feel like is about, Capricorns are remembering their dreams again. Like, Capricorns are really starting to like, in a way, idolize themselves again and remember their dreams. Because, you know, the 11th house of Capricorn is Scorpio. So this is why Capricorns have deep dreams. Very deep, powerful dreams. And the things that Capricorn wants is deep in their soul. Capricorns have deep wishes and deep desires because the 11th house is Scorpio. And I feel like this is a time right now where you guys are remembering that. You're remembering your deepest desires. You're remembering your deepest wishes. And it's like certain stuff that you may have felt like it always used to control you, you're realizing now it doesn't anymore. And now it's just an honest, pure desire. Like, it's not toxic necessarily anymore. It's not something that's going to hurt you anymore. It's just a real part of your nature. And I think Capricorns are really starting to remember their real nature again, their real things that will fulfill their soul. So Capricorn is hungry right now. Capricorn is hungry. Capricorn is fucking coming for the throne. Believe that. Believe that. By Cancer season, when we have the second round of eclipses with the Capricorn full moon and the Cancer new moon, Capricorn is coming for the throne. Just like Cancer is coming for everything they want in their heart and everything they dream of, Capricorn's doing the same thing, but in the more assertive earth way, where Capricorn right now is remembering what they want and they're gonna go get it. They're going to go get it. So don't come for Capricorns right now because they're on a mission and they're remembering really important things that mean a lot to them. And once a Capricorn really accepts their desires and is like, all right, you know what, this is what I really want, there's nothing that's going to get in the way of them. There's nothing that can steer them off. They're one track minded. So Capricorn right now is very focused. I feel like they're very focused on the changes that they want to make. And you guys are desiring change. You really are feeling like you're ready to come for everything that's yours as well. So let's get a card out. Capricorn, we have Page of Cups. It is now. Page of Cups. Funny, because Sagittarius got Page of Wands, fire, and then you got Page of Cups, which is water. But Capricorn, I feel like with Page of Cups, a lot of you are in a space where like, okay. Hi, Matthew. I feel like Capricorns right now, I feel like it's a good space emotionally. I feel like Capricorns right now, you're either really in love, you're kind of back in an artsy space. This to me is like a feeling of that there's a turn of the leaf on the way. This makes me feel like some of you are in a space right, like this full moon is trying to show you that there are dreams to have still. There is love, and the Page of Cups is vulnerable and transparent and artistic, and the Page of Cups is a lover. The Page of Cups is a dreamer. And I feel like Capricorn is back in their dream bag. I feel like Capricorn on this full moon is back in their in love bag, their artsy bag. They're feeling like the world is their canvas. The world is Capricorn's canvas to paint on. Like, and I think that it's more of this space of being youthful at heart. Again, I think that the dreams that Capricorn is remembering right now are the ones that they've had since they were children. It's the feelings is it's coming from a very deep, transparent space. So it's like, for you all, this is about the innocence and the real, true nature of your hopefulness. Like, this is about really changing it up right now and going back into that space where you are that artist, you are that creative being, you are that young person with dreams, you know, you are this person that has these feelings and you want certain things. And like, this is about really connecting with your heart space again, because there's certain things that you want to experience, and it's all because it's in your heart. This is the quote that's coming to me for Capricorn right now is like, a dream is a wish your heart makes. So this is a full moon for you all, especially because Capricorn, the 11th house ruler of Capricorn is Scorpio. It's like the wish in your heart is the deepest one. It's like a dream is a wish your heart makes. That's my message for Capricorn right now. So tap into that. Tap into the dream space. Tap into your heart space. Really connect. And there's no dream foolish. There's nothing too, you know, it's not stupid. Like, it's not little. Like, nothing that you dream of or want to create is small. Like, this is about being okay with being a small fish in a big pond, because you still know that you're a fish swimming through it. So remember that Capricorn is the sea goat. So Capricorn has the speed of a fish, but the focus of a goat. Like, so Capricorns right now are really manifesting their dreams come true and tapping into their heart space like they haven't in a very long time. So Capricorn, I can't wait to see what you create. I can't wait to see what you come up with, because it's definitely a new beginning of creativity for you all, for sure. If you've been in creative, if you've had a creative block, Gemini season, it's not going to be there anymore. Over the next 2 weeks, you will be completely out of a blockage. You're not going to be blocked anymore creatively. That's ending now on this Scorpio full moon. That's what's ending. Any blockages to that, it's ending. So Aquarius, I feel like you guys are in a kind of weird space right now. I don't like Aquariuses. There's this like blocked energy. I feel like Aquariuses are in there more. They're like focusing on. Thank you, Art Riot. Thank you for that. I feel like Aquariuses are in this guarded space right now where you guys are in a deep process of analyzation. Like, you guys are really thinking about how you're making things work. You guys are really considering things. Like, Aquariuses are in a space, right? And I think that now you guys are getting ready to utilize certain people and places and things when we go into Gemini season. Like, I feel like Aquarius has had a plan. There's been a plan. There has been a plan, and it's almost like there's this embargo. Like, I feel like I can't even tap into Aquarius right now because there's these secret plans, or there's these secret things that you guys are tapping into and downloading, and it's all, you're really trying to see how you can make a better life for yourself. You're very focused on your own manifestation, your own income right now, your own, like, Aquariuses are very blocked off right now because you're heavily focused on how you're gonna make the best life and live your best life. So let's see what the cards say. because Aquarius right now is super indulged in their own ability to create a better life. Very, very, very locked into that space right now, to where nobody can even take you out of it, because you're so focused on what you need to do and want to do that nobody can pull you out of it. Oof, we have the High Priestess. There will be no tea spilt for Aquarius. There will be nothing. Nobody can even tap into Aquarius right now. There is some things right now with Aquarius that Aquarius, it's like only you know, and I'm hearing only you and the moon. This Scorpio for full moon for you all is like, there is a secret that you guys have. There is a secret. There's a secret. I feel that there is a secret. And this is a full moon for you all. And again, this is a difficult time for Aquarius because Taurus squares you and Scorpio squares you. So I feel like Aquarius is right now know that everything, they're about to prevail. Ooh, I gotta pull another one, because y'all don't sleep on Aquariuses, y'all. Aquariuses will come up overnight and be an assassin, and you won't even know. An Aquarius will pull a quick one, and they will have a genius plan. And not that that puts everybody else in danger sometimes, but I feel like Aquariuses right now are like in a space where like you cannot fuck with their energy. You cannot take them off their path. You cannot. And it's like they know a secret. It's like Aquariuses know a secret right now about the life they're creating. Oh my God. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Oh my God. Aquarius, don't tell anybody. Aquarius, don't tell anybody. Aquariuses right now know that they're about to have everything they want. I'm so jealous. Aquarius knows right now that secretly everything that they fucking want is owed to them, because they're the galactic fucking being. They're the fucking star seed. They're the one that bears all the secrets of Pisces. They are I'm telling you guys, Aquarius is in this space right now where they are making deals with galactic order. Like, there's a galactic thing going on right now with Aquariuses, and all Aquariuses are super hush. You don't even really know what they feel, because it's like they know that they have a dream that's about to come true. But it's also Aquarius, you can't tell anybody. Like, you can't even truly tell your partner. You can't reveal this. You can't. Like, I almost said Scorpio. This might deal with the Scorpio. Aquarius, it's like, sorry, my screen got messed up. But Aquarius, I feel like if you guys right now have a dream in your heart, if you really feel like this is your forever, or like this is everything that you want, this is everything, like if you guys have a dream in your heart right now, don't tell anybody about it. Don't say a single word. Don't tell anybody. This is between you and God. This is between you and spirit. This is between you and the Galactic Federation of Light, okay? Like, so Aquariuses right now have secrets, but don't think it's bad secrets, because the secrets that they're withholding from expressing are the most beautiful secrets they've ever had. And I think that right now this full moon is trying to show you all that you're right. You are going to get it. You are going to have that happily story. You're going to find your bliss. You're going to have it. You're going to get it. Aquarius, it's owed to you. But don't tell anybody. Like, don't share it with anyone, because it's so precious and it's so divine and it's so fated and it's so perfect that you can't tell a soul about it. It's like the dream, you're holding it inside. This Scorpio full moon is challenging you to hold that dream inside and just know it, and don't say anything. Don't try to explain it. Don't try to express it. Just know it in your heart and soul that it's on its way to you. Like, this is a beautiful time for Aquariuses, but only you guys know how beautiful it really is. And that's the whole beauty in it, is that it's like the most beautiful secret you could ever have is coming up for you on this Scorpio full moon. And it's like all you have to do is kind of sit back and wait for the universe to deliver. All Aquarius has to do for the next 2 weeks is be quiet and let the universe deliver to them everything that they want. So congrats, Aquarius. I wish I had all your power and didn't have all the feelings like a Pisces does. But I really feel like a lot of beautiful things are coming to you all, and you're not going to have to do anything or say nothing. You just sit right there with knowing it, and it's going to come right to you with no effort. And last but not least, Pisces. Pisces. Okay, so Pisces right now, Pisces, you're really trying. You're really trying, Pisces. Pisces are in a space right now. Pisces is in a space where you're really trying, Pisces. Like, you're really trying. And now you're getting ready to go into Gemini season. And you're gonna get all in the ethers. Like, Pisces are about to go real, like the peace dealer says. He says fish tard for Pisces. You're about to go fish tard, which is basically this way of explaining when a Pisces just starts to go lost in the sauce and in the magic and all of it. And I feel like, Pisces, you know that, like, your life isn't gonna be like this always. You know that, like, nothing is gonna stay the same. Like, Pisces are in a space right now where they're really trying to make certain changes because they know that where they're at, they can't stay forever. Like, it's almost like Pisces right now know that they're in a very small fish tank, where, like, when Pisces actually realizes it, there's a lot of panic. Like, like when you buy a fish from, like, the store or whatever. I'm sorry that people do this and get these poor little fishes, but like when you get a little fish, and then when you take it out of that little tiny bowl and you put it in another one, they get scared. Like, it like goes around in circles. It doesn't know where the fuck it's at. Like, so Pisces, like, when a Pisces actually realizes, like, oh shit, I'm in a really small bowl, or like, oh shit, I'm not, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. Like, Pisces will start to be like, they got to get out of that. They will start to create madness to get out of it. And I feel like Pisces right now know that they're in a space where they can't be in this little bowl anymore. You have to make changes, fish. You have to swim. You have to go farther. There's more distance for you to travel. There's more for you to experience and go through and create and all of that. So I feel like Pisces are in this weird space on this Scorpio full moon where it's like, you're choosing to not limit yourself anymore. You're choosing to really be open to all of the opportunities, to all of it. Like, you're tired of being in a small bowl when you know that your origin is the sea. Like, you don't want to be limited. You don't want to be in a small bowl. So you're going to try to get out of it as much as possible. But I also feel like this is a time where it's not even that you need to get yourself out of it. It's that you need to stop feeling like you are stuck there. I feel like Pisces need to realize that Pisces are powerful enough and magical enough to where even if you are in a small space, if in your mind you decide to believe that you aren't, it grows instantly. Like, Pisces have the gift of imaginative manifestation, where a Pisces, as long as they can imagine it, it will literally transform in front of them like magic. So, like, Pisces, if you feel stuck right now, or you feel like you're in a space you need to get out of, or something needs to change, try not to panic and try to imagine that you're not even in that. Like, try to imagine it to be how you want it to be. Imagine that the bowl is not small, that the bowl is huge, that you're swimming in the ocean, and you can shift your reality through your imagination, Pisces. So it's really about what you are seeing. And let me pull one card. Let me pull a card for Pisces. Ace of Swords. There we go. There we go. On the money. On the money. Ace of Swords. Pisces. The truth. Here's the truth. You can create whatever you want because you're the most powerful manifester and the most powerful creator. And whatever you feel is true is what tends to be. So if you feel right now, Pisces, that you want to break out of this, if you feel like there's more for you, if you feel like you want this, you want more clarity, you want a bigger ocean to swim through, you need to know that whatever you feel is true for you is what will start to manifest. So this is Pisces. I feel like this Scorpio full moon is asking you to get very, very clear about what you feel is truth, what you feel is your truth. Like, what is clear in your head? What is clear? Because there has to be some things right now that are very clear. And it's like, that it's the truth. Like, it's the truth. It's what's true for you. It's where you're headed. It's clear. Focus on that. Focus on what you know is true for you. Because once you really take the sword as your own, once you really know it, Pisces, once you really declare, this is it. This is what I'm moving towards. This is what I'm clear on. This is what I know. When a Pisces knows, when they really know, there's no other way around it. They know it. And they will go to the ends of the ocean and earth to experience their truth. So Pisces, right now, this is all about embracing your truth, knowing what it is, and being clear. This is about being clear with yourself, being clear about what you want, and really, really looking at yourself face to face, eye to eye, and being real about what it is that you are seeking and knowing that it's seeking you. So seek the truth, Pisces, above all things. Don't look from your limited perspective. Don't look like you're in the tiny fishbowl. You are beyond that. Seek the real truth. Seek the answers, because it's gonna take you to where you Pisces are about to break through. Pisces are about to break through the crown chakra and come into a higher truth. But you won't do that if you're still swimming around for answers in a small bowl. So seek the real answer, seek the real truth, and you will ascend out of any limited situation you don't want to be in anymore. Because let's be honest, what's true for Pisces is the limitless of the whole ocean. You're never supposed to feel limited. You're never supposed to feel bound. You're never supposed to be tied down to the physical world. You're one of the one that can go wherever it chooses. So your truth is that abundance. Your truth is the whole spectrum of the experience. So know that and choose that, and you're going to be on your way to it. And that's what I have for everyone. So I'm not going to be on too long because I'm pretty sure my phone is about to die, and I've been doing this on my phone, so, and it already told me it has 10%, so I think I am going to head out soon. And really the last thing that I want to say is that make your Scorpio full moon wish. Make a wish, and everybody tonight should make a wish. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a super big wish either, because every time it's a full moon you can make a wish. But on tonight's wish, make sure it's one about a desire. Make sure it's one that is resonating with your deep desires. Make sure it's a wish that is emotional. Make sure it's a wish that is fulfilling, and it has to do with your hunger. You know what I mean? Make a wish like that tonight. And I really urge you all that sometime over the weekend to get outside, get your feet on the ground, and really soak it all in, because everything is really shifting now. Nothing is really going to be the same anymore, and everybody is starting to transform in such a deep way that we're all going to be vibrating so different over the next 6 months. Like, we're all going to be so different inside. That's why everything outside is going to be different. By 2020, everybody's life is going to start to be so different and feel so different, because we're so different. We're changing inside. And that's really all it is. So make that wish, know in your heart that you deserve whatever it is that you desire. And it's only a matter of time before the future reveals itself and the universe delivers to you what it is that your heart is really yearning for. You know, the heart is what manifests. So this is why when a person's heart wants something else, they could in their mind rationally be like, I have everything I need. But if their heart is yearning for something more, their heart will lead them into something else. You could literally live in a mansion and have everything you could think that you want. But if that's not what your heart wants, you will be led out of it. Because your heart is what makes you manifest. The heart is what's constantly manifesting. So make a wish from your heart and trust that you are being led to it. From this point forward, you are being led to your manifestation and your dream, because it's the wish your heart makes. And that's it. So your heart will lead you as long as you trust it. That's Scorpio. You have to trust your heart in order for your heart to feel worthy enough to actually lead you to what it knows you want, if that makes sense. So trust in what you want, trust in your wish, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do the cleanse tomorrow night while the moon is in Sag. I want to do it before we start the new week, so I'll for sure do the cleanse tomorrow, and I'll update on my Instagram and stuff when I start. And I'm sending you all my love, really and truly. So happy full moon, and let's see how the next 2 weeks go. I'll probably post later on Instagram, but as